Hello everyone, and welcome to yet another shoutcast of Roulette Rivals 6. This is day 15 of 24, and another all-important losers bracket match now in the PC bracket, and the round 4 match between Blithe, a roulette rookie who has made it this far along with, I think, just a handful of PC players, and davidredsox, two-time speedrun competition winner, former RR runner-up, and just all around one of the fastest person in the community. We are going to Paris first, chosen by Blithe. Then we will visit Miami from Season 2, chosen by davidredsox. And as always, if we have a tie after 2 maps, for example by both players taking 1 map each, then we are going to a random decider, which cannot be Paris or Miami, of course. And the bans have been Haven by Blithe and Mumbai by davidredsox. So, really curious to see this one. I do not know how Blithe is doing, other than just generally that he's made it this far, which is great performance from a rookie. I know David. I played against him a couple of times. He's definitely best in Season 2, at least in my memories, and so I'm not surprised that he picked Miami, and I'm curious to see how they will fare on Paris, which is going to be starting in less than 1 minute, 45 seconds to be exact. One last load in from Blithe, and David is getting ready with the epic start. So this is loser bracket, of course, which always means in double elimination tournaments that if you lose this match in the losers bracket, then you are out of the tourney. But if you do win, then you make it 1 round further, and then another round, another one, until you can make your way back to the grand final. So it's definitely possible to make it back to the final, and they will be hoping to do so step by step, first by winning this match. First win is in Paris, and it is as follows. Viktor Novikov, Scissors as Palastaff, and Dalia Margolis Explosion Accident as tag crew, which is definitely one of the easier, if not the easiest, Paris spins possible. Any Victor isolation and any speedrun strat for Dalia ends with Explosion Accident as tag crew, at least the world records. So question is, will we see kills immediately, or after the Victor kill, Blithe is the first one in with the tech crew start, not detonating just yet, but instead luring Victor with a pistol, although that was just 1 shot, which means there is a chance, a high chance as well, that a guard near Victor will investigate that gunshot. But if you shoot twice to 2 specific spots, then the second one will definitely be investigated by Victor. Let's give it a bit more sound on Blithe's side, and now we can see Victor going for that shot. And with the camera shot earlier, it's going to be a very easy isolation, just 1 more thrown item and Victor will be down. David used the epic start and made Victor sick. David is making his way down to the evidence room, perhaps? Yes, deleting the evidence and getting a free Palastaff disguise from here. The closest scissors, I do not know where they are. I think even in the Sheik's room, David paused for a few seconds. It might be a HITMAN moment as well. And now he's going straight through the basement, probably up 1 floor, then another to get to Victor. So David didn't use the fireworks either. That will definitely be used as the second kill at the exit. Just use the science pistol to shoot the gas lamp upstairs twice to eliminate Dalia. Just have to watch for the guards on the balcony. So after the isolation, Blithe is now down to get the disguise. He already has the scissors in hand, so That can be a fairly quick kill, although you cannot go up these main stairs, I don't think. Or at least you'll be trespassing, and there he is. And that is going to be very costly for Blithe, because he was ahead for sure. He just used the stairs, and the plus step isn't allowed on the second floor. Which means it's a big advantage for David now. Very short spin this one. Victor already isolated. David going for the scissors. Already has the disguise next to Victor. And the first kill will happen in just seconds. Change back to staff. Kill. Change back to a non-trespassing disguise and just go for the fireworks remote and get a disguise, a tech crew disguise from maybe this room to the right or anywhere he wants. Yep, instant detonation, and he's going for this isolated tech crew even smarter. All David has to do is just distract the guard with an item throw, and that he does. So it's just now run down the stairs, next to the helicopter, wait for Dahlia, and shoot the gas lamp twice, and that will be an explosion accident. Blithe will not be able to catch up, I don't think so. But it would have been really close and potentially a photo finish if Blithe didn't get found trespassing on the stairs. There's Dahlia. Bullet impact doesn't matter, no one's there to enforce it. And David's out, doesn't matter that the suspicion meter was going up. That is still a 5-star silent assassin finish. And the win on this first map of the match. So we can hear from Blithe's side that Diana has already told him the result. 4 minutes past 8 and we already finished the first map. So depending on the second spin arriving and the spin itself, this could be the new quickest match of the tournament. I think the previous one took 60 minutes in real time, so like 60 minutes past the hour the match was over. So we'll be seeing the spin 10 past the hour. Rigged, I mean spun by random. Take a good 5 minutes until then. It's okay, I can still try again in next round. We do have brackets, of course, and I think we can just go there for a few minutes because we have 4.5 minutes to go until 10. Okay, so now I interacted and there's the PC bracket just to see what's going on, because most action is in the losers bracket now, in both brackets actually, but now you can see the PC bracket and we can see at the bottom of losers round 4 the Blithe versus davidredsox match. The winner of that match will play Pijero in losers round 5, and Fusk is already waiting for the winner of that match in losers round 6. And the other half of the bracket isn't any shorter. We are going to see Chris X3 against the New England Patriots in losers round 3. I think it's actually the next match, top of the hour, so like 55 minutes from now. And our admin, some random person, will be playing the winner of that match. And if random wins, then he gets to play Mikulars, who's hoping to win his match to play Chaos in round 6. So it's perhaps a bit confusing, but it's a very long linear stretch of matches, one after the other, and then we get to round 7 and round 8, which is also known as the losers bracket semi-final, which is traditionally the last match before the grand finals. The grand finals this time will be held on Sunday, September the 12th. Sorry, in a week or so. No Baloo, just the first map is done. But we had like 5 minutes to look at the bracket set, so let me go back to the shoutcast screen. 2 minutes to go now, and Miami next, which is, I always thought that one of David's strong maps, so not surprised that he's using it here. It was interesting to see Blithe play in Paris. Like, it was obviously his pick, but he did seem ahead, so it could have been very interesting if he didn't restart. Did I say David Strong? Well, he is not David Strong. David Strong is the RR2 PlayStation champion. David is on PC. So this could have been a Blithe win, but it was just one rip which decided it all. Alright, yeah. Randy's on top of things as always, so that went by myself this time. But yeah, David is definitely in the driving seat, but Blithe can still turn this like around, and in that case we are going to see a random decider. A random decider which we haven't seen in a long time. I am looking at the past matches. We didn't have one yesterday from 3 matches. We didn't have one the day before from 5 matches. The last one was on Tuesday evening. So we are really due for a decider. But I guess it's kind of a mean thing to ask for a decider because it's extra stress on the players. But like in general, it would be nice to get more deciders in this late stage of the tournament. Let's see how this Miami spin goes first though. Thank you, Diana. I was just waiting for you to finish. And we have Sierra Knox drowning as Kowloon driver, Robert Knox fall as food vendor. Hi, Doria. The Sierra kill is very fancy. It is not only drowning, which is one of the special kills, one of the few you can't do with the usual strats. You need a seeker at least as an extra. But it's also Kowloon driver, which is not the hardest to get, but it's one of the newer disguises. So those who don't know, for the longest time, Miami had we had a ban on certain Miami disguises, mainly the drivers, because they were harder to get, less intuitive, and the older heatmap screens didn't show pictures. Or to be exact, the earliest tournaments had only text for spins, so it would be not the nicest to get a Kowloon driver and slip up on a Kowloon mechanic, for example. But now we have all this heatmaps integration, we have more and more items every tournament, the player skill is going up, so now all the disguises are go, which is I think 30 this time. Definitely the record in the trilogy. And part of it is that we now can see Kowloon driver spins. Potentially the first one ever, but it's not that likely. So Blithe is starting with the sugar strat with food vendor. Smart start because you already have one disguise secured. And David is ending the race, which is probably the more old school. It's really hard to say what's the distribution of strategies now. I feel like we do see more sugar lately, which is why I would want to say that ending the race is more old school. It is definitely going to be the more unique. At least I'm on the side of sugar strats, so I have a better understanding of what Blithe will be doing, and we can kind of guess what David will be doing as well. But we will most likely see a pneumatic device used on Sierra in both sides. Question is, when and how will people get the Kowloon driver in the meantime? There's David with the angle on Sierra, and first try, easy peasy, and now only to get the driver. Cowan driver is at the VIP area, and some of the time, if not most of the time, he is isolated in the, I guess, in one designated VIP lounge room, which is David entering right now. But you are trespassing as race marshal, that I didn't know before, and probably not David neither. Wow. I guess we all learned this one. Very unfortunate on David's side. So he has to restart and lose his 1.5 minutes of progress. And Blithe is using the sugar strats, which comes with a mandatory cutscene, unskippable, once you sabotage the race car. You need to watch these 30-40 seconds. And now he has an angle on Sierra to make her sick, which he does. So now it's Blithe's turn to get the Cowan driver, and you shouldn't really be trespassing there. Although he is going through the Cowan garage first, that is... Okay, this is concerning, because the Cowan driver is not the same as Moses Lee, the famous Cowan driver. And I'm kind of seeing that Blithe is going to use Moses for the kill and not the unknown or unnamed Cowan driver. This is really looking like a Moses isolation. It's really important to note that Cowan driver and Moses Lee are both unique disguises, but are not interchangeable. David is back at the VIP lounge. The Cowan driver in front of him. Oh, hello. Blithe changed his mind in the last second. Huge relief for him and whoever's rooting for him. Like, no predictions, but you can always feel with one player or the other. That was a close call, a last second change before peekabooing Moses, and now Blithe is thinking even more. But I think he is making his way up to the lounge now. David has the disguise, 2 minutes into the spin with CR Seeker. I think that's plenty of time to get to her and push X for the default drown button. No one's there yet, or the open door is scary. This is going to be a David kill. Blithe is looking for the Cowan driver. There he is. He should be allowed here, yes. One thrown item probably gets him, because we can see on the minimap that he's the only real NPC in area. So he should definitely go for it. And there's a locker as well. So the driver can be hidden, and that's the disguise for Blithe, and that will be the kill for Blithe as well. Blithe has taken a bit more time, so there's a tiny question that's whether Sierra is still puking or not. He still has one more Seeker shot, so can definitely just make her sick again. David got a food vendor. It's not the same as on the picture. I didn't know that this one is viable, these colors. Of course, this is a wood food vendor though. And going for nice hidden stash. This one I didn't use either. Gets a silenced pistol, which will be used to shoot the laptop and get the basically the isolation on Robert. I have to say I missed what happened to Blithe. Could have been a crowd enforcer most likely, or not having an angle on Sierra, but it is Very costly again, although David is already in the lead and the Robert kill is generally the simpler. And with the laptop now being shot. Ooh. With the laptop now being shot, it's definitely not much that can go wrong. David tried to delete the evidence, but couldn't because of the window. And look at this. This is a lure for the Kronstadt bodyguard outside. This is definitely not intended. It's 1 KO. 2 and saved. And the fourth person is just entering the room again. But there's the KO. That was really scary for a moment, but there's the kill for David, which is the second and last one. He's already back the green guns by shooting the evidence, and basically just can use anything he wants, the loud shotgun or just the crowbar he had, to get through this final gate and exit the mission and win the match 4-0. Second try, but 5 minutes and 19 seconds. That's certainly good for Miami, especially with drowning involved. Commiserations to Blithe for mostly Paris, because that was going to be really close, but he also had one unfortunate trip in Miami as well. But definitely a great rookie run in general, making it all the way to losers round 4. And people definitely always improve a lot for their second tournament, so that could mean that Blithe might be one to look out for come October, November, December for the World Championship later this year. Let's see if we have brackets already. We do have brackets, but do we have updated brackets? Perhaps if I refresh the cache. Yep, there's the confirmation that David wins 2 maps to 0, but of course that's a 4 points to 0 win, and now he faces Pijero in losers round 5, and hoping to play against Fusk in the round after this one. Getting to the finish. Every match someone is eliminated, or it's a winner's bracket semi-finals, so the pressure is getting higher and higher. One more week of roulette and that is going to be all the more exciting. What do we have for upcoming matches? I think I should also update this one because I saw just one more match scheduled. Yep, so we have Chris X3 versus New England at top of the hour. That's 40 more minutes. We are not going to raid Rommel, but instead look out for the Discord ping and his channel, twitch.tv/Far Eastern Rommel. And the next match scheduled is Sunday at 1600 CEST, so that's 10 AM Eastern, 7 AM Pacific. Toby Norton versus Ducker, which is going to be a match for the ages, the winner's bracket semi-final on the console side. I think you can, hopefully. If you can see this message, just in case I'll just copy it. So Far Eastern Rommel for the next match, and winner's bracket semi-final on Sunday. But more losers bracket matches will be scheduled in the next days, so look out for those. So that's it from me. Look out for the next match in 40 minutes. Thank you everyone for watching, and see you.